In this video, I'm going to share with you a mind-blowing, life-changing technique to help you make sure that the supplements you buy are worth your money. And the mind-blowing, life-changing technique is called math. It's called math. So, let's talk about it. I have seen a lot of supplements on the market these days, from protein powders to pre-workouts to greens powders, and all of the sort become incredibly expensive, and people are eating that shit up, buying it because of whatever fancy marketing techniques, manipulative marketing techniques, influencer marketing, whatever. People are running out and buying super expensive stuff. Well, how can you make sure that whether it's super expensive or not, whatever the price point, how can you tell that it's worth your money? Just do a little bit of analysis. Read the ingredients label, look at how many servings you get, how much you get in each serving, and then analyze. Maybe even get your calculator out. So, first thing let's talk about is this right here. Dosage. So, what example can we use for this one? Let's talk about pre-workouts. So, in pre-workouts, turn the protein is another really good, or greens powders. Let's just go through one of each. So, let's first talk about protein. Actually, that's probably the easiest. So when it comes to protein, you might be paying $60 for a can of protein. Oh, great, fantastic. You turn it around, it says you get 30 servings. $2 a serving, that's a little higher. That's not too bad. That's about average these days, honestly. But you look at amount per serving, right? And you're getting like 15 grams per scoop. Whoa, I'm getting 30 or even 40 servings out of that $60 can of protein, but I'm only getting 15 grams a scoop. So, say you're getting 40 servings, 15 grams times 40, math, that's 600 grams in the whole container. And then if it's a $60 container, that is what? $1 for every 10 grams of protein. $1 for 10 grams of protein. Meanwhile, say you find a comparable product, it's not as well marketed, but you're like, I want to see if this is worth my money. You see, oh, there's only 30 servings, not 40 in the container. Let me get my whiteboard up. 30 servings. Oh, but this is also $60. I'm getting less servings for the same price. But then you check out the amount per serving you're getting. Say you're getting 30 grams of protein per scoop of this one. There's less servings for the same price, but you're getting double the amount of protein per serving. So in the whole container, you're getting 900 grams of protein. So math, whatever, ends up being less. Simple math can be done to make sure what you're getting. That's assuming it's the comparable product though. Say it's all whey protein isolate. If there's different kinds of protein in the two, then you got to do a little bit deeper analysis. All right, dosage. Let's continue on that. Let's say a greens powder. I've seen some greens powders out there for like $100 a can. Is it worth it? Well, look at how much you get per serving. The size of the scoop. The average size of like a greens powder scoop ranges anywhere from like 8 to 10 grams. So you could be getting like a 10 gram per scoop. Even if you're getting like 15 grams a scoop, no way I'm paying $100 for that. Let's say it's like $50. This greens powder is $50, but you're getting a 10 gram scoop. You find another one, oh, it's cheaper. It's $40, but you're getting like a 5 gram scoop. There's some super popular greens powders out there I've seen in Target and getting super mass marketed, and they're cheap. They're like 30, even $25 a container. But I turn the container around, I look at the supplement facts because substance is everything. Who gives a fuck about marketing? I don't care what frickin' podcaster promotes it. I want substance. I look at cheap $25 greens. Let's say it's $25. It's only a little 5 gram scoop. So say this one's 40. Oh, $40 greens. I want to buy the $25 one because it's way cheaper. But tiny little 5 gram scoop in that greens product. Meanwhile, $40 one has 10 gram scoop. You're getting a lot more. You're getting twice as much for less than twice the price. just a little bit of math. Let's talk about pre-workouts for a minute. So in pre-workouts, I'm not going to go through all the like price per serving and serving size analysis and all that, but let's talk about dosage of ingredients to see if it's worth it. So one ingredient I really like in my pre-workouts is called alpha GPC. It's a nootropic ingredient. Don't ask me what it stands for. Alpha glycerol phosphocholine. Maybe that's it, maybe not. Anyway, I love alpha GPC. I feel great on it. It is in some energy drinks, pre-workouts, nootropic products. I'm a big fan of this ingredient. So in some pre-workouts though, and energy drinks and all that, you got to make sure that what you're buying in the product is in a therapeutic dosage. So just because it says, say you're buying a drink, canned drink in the store. Oh, it's sold as having branched chain amino acids in it, BCAAs. But there's like 100 milligrams. You get like 100 milligrams of BCAAs. They just throw a tiny little bit in there so they can mark it with branched chain amino acids on the label, but the dosage you're getting is like a piss tiny, poor, itty bitty shit amount. Meanwhile, if you get a dedicated branched chain amino acid powder product, you could get like 5 grams of BCAAs a scoop. So you want to make sure the dosage you're getting, however the product's being marketed as, it's got this in it, it's got this in it, it's got adaptogens. I've seen a lot of drinks in the organic health food stores and all that being marketed as having adaptogens in it. Big buzzword these days. Or mushroom extracts, another big buzzword. But the amount of adaptogen herb they actually throw in the drink, same thing, it's like 100 milligrams. Meanwhile, or 50, or piss poor amount. Meanwhile, the therapeutic dose of that is like a gram. Anyway, back to alpha GPC. I'm just going off on examples here, tangent examples. Let's focus on this one. So a good therapeutic dose of alpha GPC, we're talking in the 300 to 600 milligram range. That's what studies have shown with this, where it actually starts to help and people notice serious effect with it. But the problem is, in some pre-workouts I've seen and energy drinks and all that, they throw like 50 milligrams. Maybe 150. 150 is almost there, but 50 definitely not. I'm not trying to drink 4 servings, 4 cans of that energy drink just to get as much alpha GPC as I really want. So that's another way you can make sure that the supplements you're buying are worth your money. Not only do a cost analysis of dosage per serving, price per serving, nailing it down to cost per serving, all that, but make sure in each serving you're getting a therapeutic dose of the good stuff, of whatever you're looking for, whether it's protein in the protein container or citrulline, nitric oxide boosters, nootropics in the pre-workouts or whatever that is, etc., etc. So all you need to do, my friends, is just a little bit of math. Mind-blowing hack, I know, but basic shit. Because the problem is, I've seen one big problem. I talked about this in a recent video, but one big problem is that a lot of people's shopping habits are going online. They're not going into retail stores as much anymore. And there is one big con to that, and the con is you're not able to see comparable products from competing companies. So when you go into a retail shop, you go into the protein section, you can see 5 to 10 different comparable protein products. You can turn the labels around, look at the ingredients, look at the prices, all right there, compare them right in front of you. Or greens, or pre-workouts, or multivitamins, or whatever. When you're shopping online, usually it's scrolling through a social media feed, ad comes up. You're like, ooh, this looks fancy or interesting, or some manipulative marketing technique gets you, so you click on it, and you're in a bubble. You go to the landing page of that company, they suck you into some video sales letter via cell or webinar or landing page talking about the product. You don't get to see anything comparable right there. Or if you go to search engine like Google, type in pre-workout, the ones that come up on the first page are all the companies that are putting money to come up on the first page. So when you're doing market research online, you're being manipulated. You're either stuck in a little bubble where all you're looking at is one product, or you search on a page and all that comes up is whatever the algorithm brings up for you. So that's one problem with internet research these days. You can't compare like you can going into a retail store. So anyway, look at the dosage, look at the price per serving, look at amount per serving, and do a cost analysis with all these things. I cannot stand the price gouging that's going on from online companies and mass marketed companies, and I'm not gonna name drop any specific one, but greens powders, there's probably one that comes to your mind, but maybe a couple. There's greens powders that some companies are charging out the ass for products that are definitely not worth that much. I've seen sports nutrition. A lot of sports nutrition companies do this for sure. There's protein powders or pre-workout powders that are set as 60, 80, even $100 a can. Definitely not worth that much, and the dosage you're getting in there, not worth it. And I've also seen some other, whether it's like multivitamin or fat burner pills or herbal products, and the only reason they cost so much, it's not because they're an amazing product with all sorts of magic shit in it. It's simply because they get some celebrity to promote it, so they can then charge up the butt for it because people will buy it. So, don't let yourself fall for this mental manipulation, all the marketing BS out there. Make sure you're getting a solid dose per serving of whatever it is you're looking for. Real quick, here's one example. So I was talking about the Alpha GPC earlier, right? So this is one of the nootropic products I have for my brand here. And these are just little sublingual pouches. So there's only so much you can throw in the sublingual pouches. But for instance, the Alpha GPC, I put 150 milligrams into one of these pouches. So that's a solid dose. I mean, there's more Alpha GPC in this pouch than I've seen in some pre-workouts or energy drinks or all that. So I do my best to throw good solid doses in these products, and I think I have these listed for like $15, $17 maybe or something like that. So less than $1 a pouch, but you're getting a solid dose of alpha GPC and L-theanine and all that in here. So it's just one example. I'm not a fan of, I understand the idea that companies need to make money and not lose money and go out of business. Yeah. And they need to bring in a little money to be able to do marketing and keep the ball rolling with that. But I just don't see the ethics. And it pisses me off that some of these companies, clearly the amount they're charging for their protein or pre-workout or greens product is probably over 3 times of what the product cost the company to manufacture. So I think it's BS. That's why I'm making videos about this stuff, and I hope you got a little bit out of this mind-blowing, life-changing hack to make sure your supplements are worth the money you're spending on them. It's called math. Just do a little bit of math.